Asbury, a true pioneer. Isn't it a fall wonderland? I love this place. I kind of want to jump down and make a ginkgo angel, but then I'd ruin it for everybody else. This old graveyard used to have a super cool, huge tree in the middle of it, and my kids got to take a picture under that tree with their grandma before she died, and then the tree died, and now it's just kind of naked looking, but the gravestones are super cool. I was trying to introduce you to one of my favorite secret prayer spots. Because it's fall right now, I feel very exposed, and the groundskeepers are walking around making this place look beautiful, so let's check. This is one of my heroes of the faith. His name is John Wesley, and by the end of his life, he had started a business that was so successful he could live on 10% of his income and give away 90%. I think that's an awesome goal. Scratch that. Let's make it a commitment. Okay, friends, so I did want to find a quiet spot to talk to you guys about something serious. That's why I was going to take you to my secret hideout earlier, but I did find a second place. This is a hidden prayer garden outside of Community Formation, which is a department that I used to work for when I was here at the seminary. I wanted to talk to you about some of the good things that come out of this seminary that maybe they have a hitch in their giddy up. If we would expand our reach and broadcast our voice a little bit in a vulnerable way to say that we need help, that through our shared life experiences and our varied life experiences, that you guys might be able to help me brainstorm and get some ideas about how a really serious problem could be solved. It's a huge problem, and I'm not arrogant enough to think that it can be solved by one person or one organization, but I am bold enough in my faith to believe that a huge dent could be made in it if we team up together. A little bit earlier today, my husband had shared with me a video of what is going on in South Sudan right now. And oddly, my husband and I happen to be on the board of a group called Africa Sunrise Mission. Well, the founder of that nonprofit is Jacob Guot, G-U-O-T, and he is a graduate of Asbury Seminary, and he was also one of the lost boys who fled Sudan and was amazingly able to make it to America. And he spent a long time here, finishing growing up, getting educated, getting a job. He eventually got married, and he came to Asbury to get postgraduate education because he wants to go back to Sudan, South Sudan specifically, and help create change. And he believes the way to do that is through education. So he's been gifted a plot of land. He's built a wall around it because that's what you have to do there. That's what the government wanted him to do. And he's looking now to start building the school. And he's hit a little bit of an impasse. When he shared his heart with us recently at a board meeting, he said that he feels kind of like Moses, because when he goes to churches and pastors here, he feels like they don't understand his speech. They don't understand his accent, and he's not able to communicate clearly, and it's frustrating to him. He feels like his progress has slowed on being able to go back and accomplish that work. And frankly, we're just looking for people who have knowledge and wisdom that they could share with us on how we could encourage him forward, what the next steps would be, how can he expand his reach, even if he isn't himself able to verbalize in a way that wealthier nations understand because of a language barrier or an accent barrier or whatever it is, a cultural barrier, who knows. So in the notes below, I'm going to put the link to the video that my husband shared with me. It's pretty gripping, and it might take you to a place of prayer. I'll also share with you the link to Jacob's website where you can learn a little bit about him. I'll also share the link to his book where if you want to read his story, you can do that as well. But what I'd love more than anything is if you, my friends, if you would dive into some of those resources and allow the Holy Spirit to just bring ideas to your mind. Ask him for dreams, ask him for wisdom, and let's talk together about what we could do to help Jacob get past this hurdle and start to see some real change. He truly does have a heart to move back to South Sudan, and he wants to do it by the end of next year. But I believe he can do it, and I believe change really does need to happen. And if you see that first video, you'll understand why. It's gripping, and I believe it's our responsibility as believers who live in a safe and secure country with amazing infrastructure that we often complain about, but we probably should stop doing that. It is our responsibility to share our wisdom, our knowledge, our finances, our time, our energy, our voice for those people who can't do it for themselves. And then to get them out of that place and help them have their own businesses because they want more than anything to provide for their own loved ones. I'm trying not to make this too heavy, but those of you who know me really well, you know how deeply I think about these things and how much I do my best to take responsibility myself. I hear a lot of Christians that are satisfied with being comfortable for themselves and their family. And honestly, it breaks my heart. I think we do it out of a place of possibly a good heart of humility. But I'm asking you, as a sister in the Lord, to go to God and ask him about that. Ask him if that's where he wants you to stay. Does he just want you to make just enough for yourself to get by, for you and your family to get by? Or does he want you to be in a position in the economy, in your town, at your place of work, or as a business owner in your community, where you have an abundance? You have more than enough for yourself, for your family, for your employees, and more than enough to give to those who are in need. Do take time to think about it, pray about it, and then when God gives you an idea, and I know he will, when he gives you an idea that will bless Jacob or that will help this work to move forward and solve some of these problems, if we need to create some kind of business community where we talk about these things and then take action on them, please feel free to reach out to me. I am also a licensed commercial real estate agent in the state of Kentucky. So if you need help growing your business or finding space to expand your business, feel free to reach out to me. But more than anything, I really do want to make a dent in some of these issues in the world, and I'd love to talk to you about it.